Terry, I'm doing a video tour that I can email down to you so that you can get an idea of this house at 128 West Lyons. This is shot from across the street, and very impressive, very neat. There are some items on the exterior of the house that I'll actually cover at the end of this that probably need to be addressed sometime in the future, but the interior is pretty amazing. So we're walking up the driveway and we're going to come in the side door. Now I'm going to tilt the camera up. This is pretty typical of the type of work that's done on the ceilings around the chandeliers and stuff. Everything down here is unpainted woodwork. So we're in the foyer. Off the foyer is the steps going up to the upper level. We have a center room, and again the detail work around the chandelier. Ceilings throughout the house are in excellent condition. Somebody spent a bunch of money renovating this already. This is a front room with a hardwood floor. And they've inserted a gas fireplace in this room. This room has a new tin ceiling, trying to make it very back to the period. I would imagine this was probably an outside porch originally. So we're coming back into the center room, and then we're walking in. This room has pocket doors, and again another chandelier, detail work on the ceiling. This has an old original wood burning fireplace and a set of pocket doors that goes into the dining room. Built-in cabinets at the end of the dining room. And this room has parquet flooring. All of these rooms are full 8. This was an 8-foot ceiling. All the rest of the rooms have been full 9-foot ceilings. A cedar closet off of this room. This bath has been updated. In fact, originally I'm not sure there was even a bath on this level, but so here's a standalone tub, pedestal sink, and stool. Fixed up pretty decent. We have, when we come out, there's 2 doors to that bathroom. So come out of the one door and there's a small pantry, floor to ceiling pantry that is just off of the kitchen. The kitchen is approximately, I would estimate, about 10 by 12. Stove is nothing special. Refrigerator doesn't look too bad. The back door goes out into a patio area, which I'll film when I do the outside. Another chandelier and a new tin ceiling put in here as well. Now we're going to go upstairs and take a look at the upstairs. So we have a winding staircase, heavy oak banister, and we have 3 bedrooms up here, very large bedrooms. This room, the woodwork has been painted, but we have a new restored tin ceiling again. Coming down the hall to the right is a bedroom that is approximately 10 by 12. Wallpaper is ripped in certain places. Woodwork in this one has been painted as well. The ceiling has been replastered. It's new plaster with a textured surface put on it. But they did a nice job. And this, I would imagine, is the master bedroom. Full 9-foot ceilings on these bedrooms. This ceiling has also been totally redone. A swirl plaster pattern in here. And again, we have the painted woodwork on this level. Here we have second bath. So the second bath has 2 doors. It can be accessed off of the hallway here. Again, we have a pedestal sink and a stool, and then a shower around the corner here behind that mirror. But it's also accessed by a second door that comes off the master bedroom. Now we're back outside, and I'm going to do a tour of the outside. I'm going to point out some areas that need some work. The siding, and if I can zero in on this, you can see the peeling paint. It needs to be scraped. It needs to be repainted. This drive-through back to the garages, the foundation here is settling, and you can see what it's caused the pillars to tilt that holds up this overhang. It's I'm sure it's been that way probably a long time, but it is something that needs to be addressed. Again, there's quite a bit of peeling paint. We've got some windows that need replacement, at least one here that the storms are actually broken there. If we come down onto the foundation again, I'll get you a close-up. This is an example of what's happening. Now, the question of whether there's lead-based paint, that is not lead-based paint. That is definitely a latex paint that is bubbling. That is not lead-based paint. So I question whether there's lead-based paint on here. But on the overhang, I'm not sure how much this is going to show, but again, quite a bit of peeling paint that is starting to come off. This is our 2-car garage, which is by today's standard a pretty tiny 2-car garage. Gravel driveway coming back in here. This is a back view. This is their back porch, patio area. The roof actually looks very, very good on this house. I would estimate that roof is probably less than 6 or 7 years old. Architectural grade shingles, and when they redid the roof, they replaced the normal venting with the ridge venting. So that's a sign that they had a decent roofer that did it right. Flashing around that chimney looks outstanding. There's a new metal cap on that chimney, so I don't think you have much of a roof problem at all. So there's a pergola raised area here, like a raised deck in the backyard. It's a very small backyard, and with the drought that we've had, the grass is, dried up and dormant. Outside of the pergola area here, they had like a rock garden with a fountain. You can see where the water came out of the top of the rocks here, ran down a bed, a little stream bed, into this pond area, which still has water in it. It has some some lily pads going there, and the water comes back down into another area with the cattails on this side. So they had done some very, very nice landscaping. I have not yet been in the basement, so I don't know what we have for utilities. However, I'm looking at a oversized Lennox air conditioning unit that looks relatively new, so that may be very, very good, because usually they would have probably replaced the furnace at the same time. Now I'm going to go up to the second story and follow this roof line, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see the deteriorating paint on that siding, especially right there next to the roof line. So the whole exterior of the house needs to be scraped and repainted. And this is that front room that I said was probably a porch at one time that they totally enclosed. You can see the rock that they put on here is newer as well. From the upstairs, when I look out, both this roof and a small roof in the back have the new rubber membrane roofing, so that's outstanding. And again, due to the lack of rain, you can see landscaping. Even this bush on the corner has actually died. It's been very, very, very dry here this year. And again, from this angle, you can see the roof, and the roof appears to be in excellent condition. I'm just going to give a few points here. When they put this rock wall in, they put evidently new front steps, concrete steps. Both entryway doors on the front have newer storm doors put on. Look like they did a very, very nice job. This is the entry into the basement, and it's fairly steep with half a flight down, a landing, and then the rest of the way down. So I'll turn this back on once we get to the bottom. Okay, part of the basement, well, the basement walls are all, you know, original old rock foundation. And part of it's a little lower. This door actually goes to an outside entryway. But what I wanted to, this is the roughest part of the basement, but what I wanted to show is they spent a lot of money and did total upgrading. There's a new 200 amp service panel with quite a few open spots yet for additional circuits if a person ever wanted to. So when we look up, normally on these old houses we run into very old wiring, sometimes what they call knob and tube wiring. This whole house has been rewired. That is really good. Now this part of the basement is a little bit better, cleaner, raised up a little bit, and there is our new or newer high efficiency Lennox furnace. I was looking to see if I could find an installation date. I do not, but so we have a newer furnace, newer central air. Let's go around to this side. High efficiency water heater. So this actually has an ignition system in it, so the gas pilot light does not run all the time. That's a good thing. Some storage shelves. And one of the things I'm going to do now to show you, I'm going to take this pen and see if I can push into. These joists are all solid as can be. What I'm looking for is evidence of powder post beetle damage. They're little bitty critters and they eat into the wood. And I don't see any evidence of it at all.